Listen carefully. There is a sentence so simple, yet so powerful. It has the ability to change an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. 3 words. Do it anyway. Think about that. Not when you feel ready. Not when everything is perfect. Not when the fear disappears. Do it anyway. Because life will never ask if you feel prepared. Life simply presents the opportunity and then waits for your response. Now listen, most people believe success belongs to the talented. Some believe it belongs to the lucky. Others believe it belongs to those with the best education. But over the years, I have discovered something different. Success belongs to those who keep moving, especially when they don't feel like moving. Because anyone can act when life is easy. Anyone can smile when everything is working. Anyone can stay committed when the results come quickly. But what about the difficult days? What about the days when nothing seems to happen? The days when your efforts go unnoticed? The days when doubt becomes louder than hope? Those are the days that matter most. Because those are the days that reveal your character. Now think about a farmer. A farmer doesn't plant seeds because he feels inspired. He plants because he understands the season. Some days the weather is perfect. Some days it isn't. But the work continues. Because harvest belongs to those who keep planting. Your life works the same way. You don't always get immediate results. You don't always receive applause. You don't always feel confident. But you keep planting. You keep learning. You keep improving. You keep showing up. Do it anyway. Now listen closely. One decision rarely changes your life, but repeated decisions do. One workout may not transform your body. One page may not write a book. One conversation may not build a relationship. One day of discipline may not make you successful, but hundreds of small decisions made consistently, made faithfully, made even when you don't feel like making them. Those decisions shape your destiny. That is the power of do it anyway. It teaches you something far more valuable than motivation. It teaches you reliability. Can you rely on yourself? Can you trust your own promises? Can you continue after disappointment? Because if you cannot trust yourself, it becomes difficult for life to trust you with greater opportunities. Now hear this carefully. Every time you choose action over excuses, you become stronger. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become wiser. Every time you choose progress over perfection, you become better. Not overnight, but day by day. That is how success is built. Quietly, patiently, one decision at a time. Most people are waiting for confidence before they act. Successful people understand something different. Confidence follows action, not the other way around. The first step creates the second. The second creates the third. And before long, the impossible begins to look possible, simply because you refuse to stop. Now let me ask you something. What would happen if you stopped waiting? What would happen if you stopped negotiating with your excuses? What would happen if today, instead of asking, do I feel like it? You simply said, I'll do it anyway. That single decision, repeated every day, could completely change your future. Because success is not built by extraordinary people. Success is built by ordinary people who choose extraordinary consistency. People who wake up tired and do it anyway. People who feel afraid and do it anyway. People who face rejection and do it anyway. Remember this, your feelings are temporary. Your excuses are temporary. Your discomfort is temporary. But the person you become by refusing to quit can stay with you for the rest of your life. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for perfect confidence. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Take the step. Keep your promise. Face the challenge. And whatever life places in front of you, do it anyway. Now listen carefully. There is something you must understand about fear. It never completely disappears. Not for successful people. Not for leaders. Not for champions. Fear is part of the journey. The difference is, successful people don't wait for fear to leave. They move anyway. Think about that. Most people believe confidence comes first, then action. But life teaches the opposite. Action comes first, then confidence. Every person you admire, at some point, was afraid. Afraid of failing. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of making the wrong decision. Afraid of looking foolish. But they took the step anyway. And that step changed everything. Now listen, fear has a voice. It whispers. What if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if people laugh at you? And for many people, that whisper becomes a prison. Not because fear is powerful, but because they believe it. Now let me ask you something. What has fear ever given you? Has it helped you grow? Has it helped you build your dreams? Has it helped you become the person you want to be? No. Fear promises safety, but often delivers regret. Because the greatest pain in life is not failure. It is wondering, what if I had tried? Now hear this carefully. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is making the decision that your dream is bigger than your fear, that your purpose is stronger than your doubt, that your future is worth today's discomfort. And once you make that decision, fear begins to lose its control. Not because it disappears, but because you stop obeying it. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. The fear of falling is real. But if you never ride, you never learn. If you never risk, you never grow. Life works the same way. Every new opportunity carries uncertainty. Every worthwhile goal requires courage. Every meaningful achievement asks one question. Will you move even though you're afraid? Now listen, fear is often a sign that you're growing. If your goals never scare you, perhaps they're too small. If your dreams never challenge you, perhaps they don't require your best. Growth lives beyond comfort. Success lives beyond certainty. That is why you must keep going. Now understand this. Your fear is temporary, but the confidence you build by facing it can last a lifetime. Every time you face a difficult conversation, you become stronger. Every time you take a chance, you become wiser. Every time you refuse to let fear make your decisions, you become freer. That is how confidence is built. Not by thinking, by doing. Now imagine two people standing before the same opportunity. One waits until fear disappears. The other takes the first step. A year later, one has experience. The other has excuses. The opportunity was the same. The difference was action. So don't ask yourself, am I afraid? Ask yourself, is this worth doing? If the answer is yes, take the step. Even if your hands shake, even if your voice trembles, even if your heart beats faster, because courage is not perfect. It is simply choosing to move forward. Remember this, fear will visit everyone, but it does not have to become your leader. Let it be a passenger. Never let it hold the steering wheel, because your future belongs not to the fearless, but to the person who looks fear in the eye and says, I'll do it anyway. Now let me share something with you. Life has a way of teaching its greatest lessons through its greatest challenges. Think about that. The moments you wish would never happen often become the moments that shape you the most. Not because they are easy, but because they demand something greater from you. Now listen, most people see a challenge and immediately ask, why is this happening to me? Successful people ask a different question. What is this trying to teach me? That one question changes everything, because every challenge carries a lesson. Every obstacle carries an opportunity. Every difficult season carries the chance to grow. Now hear this carefully. Life is not working against you. Many times, it is working on you, building your patience, strengthening your discipline, expanding your character, preparing you for responsibilities you are not ready to carry today. Think about a piece of steel. Before it becomes strong, it must pass through intense heat. It is shaped, pressed, tested, not to destroy it, but to strengthen it. Your life is no different. The pressure you're feeling today may be producing the strength you'll need tomorrow. Now listen, if everything came easily, you would never discover what you're capable of. Comfort rarely produces greatness. Difficulty does. The strongest people are not those who avoided hard times. They are the ones who grew through them. Every disappointment taught them patience. Every failure taught them wisdom. Every setback taught them resilience. And every challenge made them stronger. That is why you must never waste a difficult season. Learn from it. Grow through it. Become better because of it. Now think about this. The mountain in front of you is not there to stop you. It is there to strengthen the person climbing it. Without resistance, there is no growth. Without challenge, there is no progress. Without difficulty, there is no transformation. Now let me ask you something. Who would you become if every obstacle made you stronger instead of weaker? If every setback made you wiser instead of bitter? If every difficult day became another reason to keep moving forward? That person would be unstoppable. Now listen closely. Your greatest breakthroughs often come right after your greatest struggles. But many people quit just before the lesson becomes the reward. They stop one step too soon. One more attempt could have changed everything. One more conversation. One more effort. One more day of persistence. Success often belongs to the person who simply stayed a little longer. Now understand this truth. The challenge you face today may become the story that inspires someone tomorrow. The pain you overcome may become the wisdom you one day share. Nothing is wasted. If you choose to learn, nothing is meaningless. If you choose to grow, that is the power of perspective. Now hear this one final thought. Don't pray for an easier life. Become a stronger person. Don't ask for fewer obstacles. Build greater character, because life will always test you. But every test is also preparation. Preparation for greater opportunities, greater responsibilities, greater victories. So when life becomes difficult, don't complain. Don't surrender. Stand tall. Learn the lesson. Accept the challenge. Keep moving. Because every challenge is quietly preparing you for something far greater than you can see today. And when that opportunity arrives, you'll be ready. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. So whatever you're facing today, face it with courage. Face it with faith. And above all, do it anyway. Now listen carefully. Your future is not waiting for someday. It is being built today, right now, in this moment, by the choices you make. Think about that. Your future is not created by one extraordinary decision. It is created by ordinary decisions repeated over and over again. The decision to wake up, the decision to learn, the decision to work, the decision to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. That is how a great life is built. Now hear this carefully. Every day you make one of two investments. You invest in your future, or you invest in your excuses. There is no middle ground. Every hour has a direction. Every choice has a consequence. Every action plants a seed. The question is, what are you planting today? Now listen, many people say they want success. They say they want freedom. They say they want a better life. But when the moment comes to pay the price, they hesitate. They postpone. They negotiate with themselves. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it next week, when I have more time, when I feel more motivated. And tomorrow becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And before they know it, the opportunity has passed. Not because life was unfair, but because they waited too long. Now think about this. Time never stops. It keeps moving, whether you move with it or not. The clock doesn't slow down for excuses. It doesn't pause for fear. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. Life rewards action, not intention. Now let me ask you something. What if the life you dream about is waiting on one decision to stop delaying, one decision to stop doubting, one decision to keep your promise to yourself. Wouldn't that be worth making today? Of course it would, because your future is not built by what you plan. It is built by what you do. Now listen closely. Every successful person has days they don't want to work, days they feel tired, days they question themselves, days they wonder if the effort is worth it. The difference is they don't allow those feelings to make their decisions. They let their values decide. Their commitment decides. Their discipline decides. Because they understand something powerful. Feelings are temporary, but the consequences of your actions can last a lifetime. Now hear this. Imagine two people standing in the same place today. Both have talent. Both have dreams. Both have opportunity. One chooses comfort. The other chooses action. One keeps waiting. The other keeps moving. 5 years later, their lives look completely different. Not because one was luckier, but because one kept doing the work. Anyway, that is the power of consistency. Small actions, repeated daily, become extraordinary results. Now understand this. You don't become successful in one moment. You become successful one disciplined choice at a time. One early morning, one difficult conversation, one extra hour of learning, one promise kept, one excuse defeated. Every single day. That is how greatness grows. Quietly, patiently, without applause, without shortcuts. Now let me leave you with this thought. The person you want to become is waiting for the decisions you make today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. So stop waiting for confidence. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for permission. You already have everything you need to take the next step. It may not be easy. It may not be comfortable. It may not be popular, but it will be worth it, because every step forward is a vote for the person you are becoming. Every act of discipline is an investment in your future. Every moment you refuse to quit brings you closer to the life you deserve. So when the alarm rings, get up anyway. When fear appears, move anyway. When excuses begin to speak, work anyway. When progress feels slow, believe anyway. When life becomes difficult, stand firm anyway. Because one day, your future self will look back on these moments and quietly say, thank you for not giving up. So keep your promise. Trust the process. Stay disciplined. And no matter how hard the road becomes, do it anyway. Now listen carefully. Success is not created by one great decision. It is created by many small ones, repeated every day. Think about that. Most people believe success comes from doing something extraordinary, but life teaches something different. Extraordinary lives are built through ordinary habits, done consistently, done faithfully, done anyway. Now hear this. The words "do it anyway" should not become a slogan. They should become a habit, a way of thinking, a way of living. Because once it becomes a habit, you stop arguing with yourself. You stop negotiating with your excuses. You stop waiting for the perfect mood. You simply begin. That is a powerful way to live. Now think about your morning. The alarm rings. Your mind says, sleep a little longer. But your future says, get up. What do successful people do? They get up anyway. Not because they always feel like it, but because they have trained themselves. Habit is stronger than emotion. Now think about your goals. Some days you'll feel excited. Some days you won't. If you only work when you feel inspired, your progress will always be temporary. But if you work because it is your habit, progress becomes inevitable. That is the secret. Not intensity. Consistency. Now listen. Small habits seem insignificant. Reading a few pages, taking a walk, making one phone call, practicing one skill. saving a little money, improving 1%. None of these seem life-changing, but done every day. They change everything because success compounds. One good choice leads to another. One disciplined day becomes one disciplined week. One disciplined week becomes one disciplined month. And before you know it, you become someone completely different. Not because of one dramatic moment, but because of thousands of quiet decisions. Now hear this carefully. The hardest part of any habit is the beginning. After that, it becomes part of your identity. You no longer ask, should I do it? You simply do it. That is freedom. Freedom from excuses. Freedom from procrastination. Freedom from waiting. Now let me ask you something. What if every day you chose one thing you didn't feel like doing and did it anyway? Imagine the person you would become after a year. Stronger, wiser, more disciplined, more confident. Not because life became easier, but because you became better. Now understand this. Your habits are casting votes every day. Every action says something about the person you're becoming. When you choose discipline, you vote for success. When you choose learning, you vote for growth. When you choose courage, you vote for a stronger future. And those votes eventually become your identity. Now listen closely. Don't underestimate today's effort. The workout, the book, the conversation, the sacrifice, the extra hour. They may seem small today, but tomorrow they become your advantage. That is how greatness is built. Quietly, patiently, one habit at a time. Now here is the final truth. You don't need a perfect life. You need consistent action. You don't need perfect motivation. You need better habits. And the habit that changes everything is this one simple decision. Do it anyway. When you're tired, do it anyway. When you're uncertain, do it anyway. When nobody believes in you, do it anyway. When progress is slow, do it anyway. Because every time you do, you strengthen your character. You sharpen your discipline. You move one step closer to the life you were created to live. So make these 3 words. Part of every morning. Part of every challenge. Part of every dream. Carry them with you wherever you go. And remember, your future is not decided by your intentions. It is decided by your daily habits. So build the habit. Keep the promise. Stay the course. And whatever tomorrow brings, do it anyway. Now let me leave you with one final thought. Life will never be perfect. There will always be obstacles. There will always be delays. There will always be fear. The question is not, will life be difficult? The question is, who will you become because of it? Think about that. Your future is not determined by your circumstances. It is determined by your response. Every day, life gives you a choice. You can wait, or you can act. You can make excuses, or you can make progress. You can get